What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be talking about whether or not an online masters is worth it. So make sure you watch this video till the end because we'll be talking about a whole lot. So it's application season and I know many of you guys are considering some online options since like many programs that were not online before are now going online because of the pandemic. So this is a topic you guys are already thinking about, and I just wanted to come on here and talk about some of the pros and cons of online masters versus like the normal in-person masters programs that many of you were already considering. So before we get started on the pros and cons, I think the most important thing to mention is you want to make sure the online programs you're considering that are on your radar right now, those programs are accredited for your field. So this is more important for for some professions than others, but you want to make sure that program is accredited and you're still going to get all the full benefits of having a master's in that program if you choose an online version. So that said, let's jump over to the pros and cons. So let's start with the pros of doing an online master's. And when I say online master's, I really mean like online programs that are offered online, and that's different from like in-person masters that are now trying to offer some part of it online because of the pandemic. That is sort of different. That's in a different bucket because hopefully when the pandemic is over, you can get back to like physical classrooms, and that's kind of different. So I'm talking about like fully online programs that don't have the full-time or the in-person component. So let's talk about the pros and cons. The biggest pro definitely is like cost savings for you. Online programs are typically cheaper. You're paying less per class for those people that pay per class or per course that you take. You're also not commuting to class, so like you're saving some real dollars there, okay? And you're also you're going to have a lower living expense. So instead of like moving to another city, moving to another state or another country and paying all of that, you do this like at home. So no extra living expenses for you. Tuition is typically lower. So cost is a big driver for those people that choose online programs, and it could reduce your cost for that master's by maybe 50%, which is like a whole lot. So that is the biggest pro of like doing an online master's program. An online master's also offers you some real good flexibility. Like you don't have to like not work for the entire 2 years if it's a 2-year program. You can take up jobs, you can take your class, you just have more flexibility. You can take your classes at night, you can do all of those things. It doesn't mean it's easier. I don't think it's like super easy, but you have a whole lot more flexibility. You don't have to be in class by this time. If you're not there, you've missed the class. No, you can build in some more flexibility into your program and have some more like balance in your life. One concern that people have is, wait, what about the academic content? Is it the same? Am I getting the same value? Really, my opinion on this is yes, you are getting the same value, because like I've tried some of these online programs and it's the same professors, it's the same curriculum, it's the same content they're teaching in class that they're actually teaching online. So in terms of academic content and all of that, I really think you're getting value for your bucks, because like it's the same people, the same curriculum, the same content, everything is the same. So I don't think it's necessarily different. But one downside we need to talk about is like career opportunities for you. And because a lot of you guys are international students, you just have to really think about the career opportunities that these programs open up for you, if that is your goal. If your goal was to work in another country, you want to make sure that this online program offers you the same opportunity, in terms of career or job changes you want, the same opportunity that the in-person program offers you. So I think it's less an academic content problem and more like, what opportunities do I get if you did an online program for this school and another person did an in-person program for this same school. do we have equal career opportunities? Do I get access to the same opportunities? Do I get access to the same resources that the school offers the in-person students? Do I get the same companies that come to campus? Do they also do some virtual fairs where I can talk to those companies, I can recruit with them? Those are the real questions you should ask the coordinators for those online programs. What resources do in-person students have access to? Will I have access to those same career resources? Those same companies that come to campus, will I have access to that? And of course, nobody's going to any campus right now. So but companies are still, for many programs, companies now do virtual fairs for even their in-person master's students. So will I have access to the exact same virtual fairs, virtual career fairs? Will I have access to, just the same thing? And really, I think that's where the differentiating factor is. What career opportunities do you have access to versus someone doing an in-person program? Another downside of online programs or online masters or grad school programs is about building network. And I've talked about that a bit on this channel. I feel like the network you build in grad school is probably more important or equally important as the academic work or the actual degree you get. But so many people you meet in grad school, your classmates and all of that. And as someone that is part of her program online, I really think it's more difficult to build relationship with people online versus in person. But that said, we are in a different time right now. The world is different now than it was 9 months ago or 10 months ago. So many people aren't really in person right now. So that said, but on a normal day, I think it is more difficult building that network, building that relationship with people via Zoom or Teams or whatever it is that you use. I just feel like at some point we all have Zoom fatigue. And I don't know, talking to someone in person and talking to them over Zoom, sometimes I think it's different. So building that network and all of that is one other downside that I think of when I think of online programs. So it's just something you need to pay attention to. Is building a huge network of classmates and all of that relationship very important for you, considering where you're trying to get to next in your career? If the answer is no, or maybe, or not really, then I don't see a reason why you shouldn't go for that online program. But if that relationship is very important, for you to take that next step in your career, or for the next thing you're trying to do, if you're doing a startup and you were hoping you go to this program and need a lot of classmates that could potentially be a first network for you to raise capital or raise funds, then that's very important to you. So an online program may not be the best fit for you. So you just want to think about those things. But that's one other downside that I think of when I think of online programs. Another downside is industry recognition. So depending on where your next step is in your career, what you're trying to do with that, master's program, you need to consider how much recognition or is this online program really recognized in this industry I'm trying to get into, or this country I'm trying to work in next. So what I'm saying is, if I do an online program versus I do an in-person program, do they have the same recognition or acceptance, basically? I know that some industries don't see online programs the same way they see or they view in-person programs. So what I'm saying is they don't see them as equivalent, even though it's from the same school, which I don't understand. If you do, let me know in the comment section, but I really don't understand it. It's from the same school, the same professors taught them, but many companies just don't think they're equivalent. They don't put in resources to go recruit the online students, but they recruit the equivalent in-person students. So you just want to check for that, ask those questions to those school representatives. what companies recruit online students? Can you give me examples? Can I speak with them? Just those kind of things will really go a long way, because some industries, some companies just do not see them as the same, and I don't understand it. But that's what it is. You are not the one to fight that fight. You just want to make sure you're protecting yourself as much as possible and doing what's best for you. So you want to check that that online degree is recognized in the industry you're trying to go into, or for your next career move. That's one other downside of an online program versus an in-person one. So I hope you found today's video helpful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up right now, and let me know in the comment section if you are considering or if you did an online program. I really just want to learn about your experience. What did you think about? Let's just have a whole conversation in the comment section right now. Like, just let me know how that went. Do you think it was worth it? Do you think online programs are worth it compared to in-person programs? Share your experience. There's love in sharing. That's what they say, right? But I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit that like button. That is very important to me, okay? But thanks, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.